What is absolutely worth the money? A good backpack. My mom always got me cheap backpacks in school, and they'd always break about 3/4 of the way through the school year. Sophomore year of high school I finally convinced her to pull the trigger on a mid-range JanSport day pack. Yeah, it was literally 5 times as expensive as any other backpack she'd ever bought me, but it lasted the rest of high school, and community college, and the 2 years at regular university for my bachelor's, and a year and a half of graduate school, and I have used it at least a few times a year, since for business trips since. And it's still perfectly usable, if getting a bit ratty and faded now. My friend gave me a Swiss Army backpack 12 years ago, and it's just now starting to show its age. I have an Libyan backpack I got when I was 9. I'm 31 now, and it's still perfectly usable. It's a little beat up, but after over 20 years of use I think that's fair. Can't say this enough, a properly supportive office/desk chair. Worth every penny. My work just bought everyone new chairs, and these have lumbar support. My back never felt better. Just got an errand for my work from home setup. Got it used on Craigslist. Completely worth it. According to the guy I got it from, companies liquidate them all the time. He'll buy a lot of 10 for $100 each and sell them for $300 each. Still way cheaper than $1,000 new. A good mattress. A good mattress and good shoes, because if you're not in one you're probably in the other. I bought my $2,000 Serta mattress for $150 at a factory liquidation and returns auction. Literally tons of stuff that's broken or slightly scratched, for pennies. Best buying decision I've ever made. Dash cam. They can really save your A. Speaking of, I need to get me a new one. Not to mention all that sweet karma from r/idiots and cuz. People are really getting crazy by the day. I might invest in one soon. A good knife for the kitchen. What kind of knife, and what brand would you suggest for someone who is poor and cooks a lot? I'd say the knife doesn't matter as much as what you use to keep it sharp. Comfortable underwear. I wear mine until they evaporate into thin air. Oh yes, and replacing dead underwear. If you wear glaze, laser eye surgery is absolutely worth the money. My vision was 20/400. For those of you who don't understand why that means, if a person with perfect 20/20 vision were able to read a sign, freeway sign, street sign, billboard, etc. from 400 feet away, I would have to be 20 feet away to be able to read the same sign with the same clarity. So reading street signs, especially at night, without my glasses was literally impossible. I got the laser eye surgery in 2014. It cost me $5,000, but it comes with a lifetime warranty. So if my vision ever changes, a touch-up is no cost to me. The procedure itself was interesting. Beforehand, I could not stand touching my own eyeball. I just couldn't do it. So contacts were out of the question. I was given a Valium and told to wait in the waiting room for about 30 minutes for it to kick in. Once I was taken into the procedure room, my head was locked into place and told to stare at the small light and don't move my eyes. When they fired up the first laser to create the flap, I didn't see anything new, but I could smell it. It smelled like burned hair, but the Valium was in full effect, so I didn't care. They moved the laser away to manually peel the flap back and moved a different laser in. This time, I heard a couple loud zaps, but again I didn't care. When they moved the second laser away, they put the flap back into place and suddenly I could see perfectly. But, they had to tape my eyes closed to let the flap heal. They gave me 2 more Valium, told me to go home and sleep. When I wake up, take another Valium and go back to bed. I needed to keep my eyes closed for about 24 hours. I had to go back the following afternoon for a checkup, and just over 24 hours after the procedure my vision was an astounding 20/15. Edit. Damn. This comment blew up. You are posting questions and responses faster than I can reply. Lol. But I will try to answer all questions. That's awesome. My son probably has vision about as bad as yours, but is able to wear contacts. We didn't figure it out until he was around 14. I felt horrible when the doc told me he was legally blind. I may get him the surgery as a college graduation present. Valium is great. I had to get a test in a hospital. They gave me a Valium. We'll just insert this thing in you now. Oh okay. Who look pictures. Someone once told me not to cheap out on the things that separate you from the ground. Shoes, bed, and tires. After much consideration I think an office chair and kitchen knives and maybe listening devices such as speakers or headphones need to be included. Parachutes. Sounds like some sound advice. Reddit says that every time this question comes up. Quality drill bits. They're actually cheaper in the long run than cheap low quality ones and much better to work with. My dad always said buy one cry once. I've always heard buy cheap, and if you use it enough to break it, then buy the best you can afford. A good pillow. A mattress was said earlier, but a pillow is like the cherry. Bedding, period. It's where you sleep every night. A good night's sleep can make all the difference in the world. If food, a nap, or alcohol can't fix things then your depression is terminal. Mr. Freeman. Buying a home that you can afford. I really want to do this someday. Jokes on you me for thinking I can afford a home. The $160 pool I just bought for my yard. Floating Maya through this bulges. Nothing like floating naked in your backyard. I thought you were supposed to fill a pool with water, not bulges. Good headphones. I bought a pair of Bose headphones a couple years ago. Very expensive, but I never lose them. They are great quality, and they last forever. I think I actually saved money by buying them. I'm a musician and I obviously agree. I still don't get why people brag about their AirPods. Edit. Okay, I don't think you got my point. I said I was a musician. And also from a technical aspect my earphones are also wireless, work with Siri, connect to the Apple Watch, etc. They have the same functions as AirPods and are far superior in sound quality. Sennheiser. A cast iron pan. They're super versatile and you can buy a great one that will last the rest of your life for not very much money. They take some work to clean and maintain, but if you take care of it, it will take care of you. Second this, however the older ones are much better quality and can be found at garage sales, thrift shops or piled up in an antique shop. The difference is they have a smooth bottom. Griswolds or Warners are great. I found several, an 8 inches, 12 inches and a pop over pan $4.15-20 each, and they are fantastic. Skip the lodge pans that Cabela sells. They have a gritty finish on the bottom, not nearly as good as the antiques. If you're a woman, a well-fitted, custom-made bra. Too many females out here suffering wearing bras that just don't sit right. This is important ladies. The difference in bras are astonishing. Custom-made bras? I've never heard of that. And eventually this quarantine will end, and I will have to put on a bra again. Never knew that. I'm not a woman, but you never know when that could become handy. Spotify Premium. Those goddamn ads are enough to drive someone nuts. Absolutely. Really is worth it. AAA. Batteries? Saved Maya many times. LASIK. Best 4K I ever spent. No more worries about glees, contacts, or yearly checkups to renew my subscription. I see clearly every day and never have to worry about falling asleep in my contacts. I really want to get it sometime. I'd like to cancel my subscription to nearsightedness. Condoms. A kid/abortion is much more expensive. But what if it breaks? That's what I hear. Birth control, not even just for preventing kids, but for period pain management in 14. And take it, because it started to hurt so bad I was missing school. It's a lot better not missing 3 to 4 days out of every month due to writhing in pain. Because of children I probably won't have. The sheer brevity of this answer speaks volumes. Over-ear headphones that are sturdily built, sound pleasant and most importantly, feel comfortable to you. Once you've figured out the model that has just the right amount of clamping force, weight, and cushion fit, you can never go back. Sony WH-1000XM3 worth every cent. Sennheiser 6XX. Good quality chocolate. If you're ingesting those calories, they'd better be worth it. Good clothes, not necessarily a $900 belt, but some high quality jeans, jackets. They will last as well as being very comfortable. I've never been a clothes person, I've always maintained my aloof, secretly feeling maybe superior belief that I don't care how I look, and I don't care what others think about how I look. Then my wife spent a few $100s dressing me in nice fitting and nice looking clothes. Holy crap, but it made me feel good. I still don't want to dress for others, but man do I want to afford nice clothing for myself now. After having my legs bleed from the seams of cheap running shorts scratching them, another rash from my sports bra seams, and having leggings get peeled and fall apart with minimal use, I started purchasing higher quality activewear, and it really does make a difference. More durable, better sweat wicking, and more stylish and flattering in general. High quality items will have flat seams that don't irritate your skin, won't have tags that scratch you, have double layered seams that won't fall apart, and the brands will usually stand by their products, i.e. if they fall apart, they will repair or replace them. I get the vast majority of my clothing at thrift stores and spend very little on clothing except for athletic wear. It's worth the investment for me. Adopting a pet from a shelter. Had my cat for almost 8 years, and he is by far one of the best choices I made. Reading this in bed with my cat laying on top of me, I concur. Cats are freaking great, and there's a lot out there needing homes. Good shoes with a slight lift. Correct unseen but definitely felt back problems. Good boots. I never thought that spending near enough to $500 on a pair of shoes would count as money that I would spend again in an instant. Whenever I get running shoes, I get fitted for them. They pick out the shoe that fits my arch and the way I run the best. A little expensive, but worth the money. An electric toothbrush. You'll make sure to brush your teeth regularly, just so you can use it. Believe me on that one. I got a Sonica on sale a few years back, and I remember being blown away. I immediately realized that I would be saving myself a world of trouble and expense by using it regularly. Very worth it. Hiring movers. So worth it. Done in hours instead of a day. My motto is friends don't ask friends to help them move. Seriously. Spend the money. It's way better to have everything done in a day and it's over with than killing your back, having friends say sure I'll show up, and then you don't hear from them ever again, and having stuff everywhere that you don't know how to manage. Hiring someone to clean the house. I save so much time to do things I actually enjoy, it is insane. Also does not cost all that much. Around $150 for 2 hours of cleaning twice a month. By far my best decision I've made in the past few years. Totally agree. Also improved my relationship, not arguing over hosternities to clean the bathroom etc. I find cleaning my own flat very relaxing. It is also a good workout. I put some music and get some sense of satisfaction when I'm finished. My flat is small though, also €150 a month would broke me. A good quality tent sleeping bag. I seldom regret buying anything related to camping or cooking. I love to cook, but never went camping. I do want to try sometime. Thermal underclothes. Any merino base layers or underwear will improve your quality of life more than you can understand. Try it and be amazed, people. A cast iron frying pan. A trip to the library. A puppy from the pound. Home baked bread. The frying pan and the home baked bread are amazing improvements. WeatherTech floor mats. I've had WeatherTech and Husky liners. I would recommend Husky over WeatherTech. Better materials and deeper channels. What makes these worth the price? I recently got a new car and am in the market for some good floor mats, but can only justify that if they're absolutely worth it. Flying direct. It's worth the extra couple $100 to save the compounded exhaustion from layover plus extra hours. IMO depends on the layover and the added cost. I'm not paying more than $100 for a direct over transfer. I could just pay $50 at my first layover and get into some airline lounge with free snacks anyways. Enough chip clips to keep your snacks secure and fresh, or binder clips from work. Fudo and a Nintendo Switch. Damn it, I've been trying to talk myself out of buying a Switch for weeks. A really good manage from a professional muse. I'm afraid I'd giggle and tense up through the whole thing because I'm so ticklish. God damn it, I hate to admit this, but Amazon Prime is absolutely worth the money. For the video alone it's worth it. or the shipping perks. It's just great. Really wish Amazon wasn't ducking awful though. Have you heard of Twitch Prime? That's another bonus. Therapy. Costs me $170 per hour. I go twice a week, and it is the only reason why I'm not slashing tires and busting lips right now. I hunted through all the comments for this one. I'm currently waiting for the virus stuff to die down so that I can more easily find a therapist to start with. It has helped me a lot in the past, and I'm pretty sure it'll help me with where I'm currently at as well. Water bottle, none plastic so you reuse it. Can confirm. Picked up a 32 ounces stainless steel bottle a few months back. I finish it about 5 to 6 times a day. I've cut out everything but water and the occasional beer. Even snacking. Sounds crazy, but the bottle has totally changed my habits. Gardening. It is exercise. It is grounding / centering / mentally healthy. It produces food in an economical way. Gotta second this. Start small and grow some herbs that are easy to care for. Immediately hooks you when you realize how simple it is and how much better everything you grow tastes in the store. Laser hair removal. If you really have persistent unwanted hair somewhere, do they have a quantity discount? Because I need it on my whole body. Clothes that fit and are well made. Qualify hair care and skincare products. They don't have to be expensive, but most dollar store products don't cut it. Most of what I get comes from Amazon, Target or the drugstore, and tends to cost $15 or less per product. It's worth it. Stardew Valley. A weighted blanket. It really helps with my anxiety. I have trouble sleeping at night because of anxiety, and when I slept next to my boyfriend for the first time I was able to fall asleep almost instantly, and it was the weight of his arm around me that brought me a sense of comfort. So now when he isn't at my house, I have a weighted blanket to help me sleep. I still prefer my boyfriend though. Another thing is a heated blanket with an automatic shut off. If you're building a PC, an 80+ certified power supply. Literally everything in your PC is connected to your power supply and it's the only thing standing between your delicate components that will literally die from around 2+ volts and 120 to 240 volts from the wall. An 80+ certified SU can mean the difference between buying another 80+ SU and having to replace literally everything in your computer if there's a power surge in your area. The best part is that most SUs these days are 80+ certified and only the super sketchy looking ones that go for pennies aren't. Don't ever skimp on your SU for any reason. It's AskReddit. The best $85 I've ever spent. I love how you can just pay people money and suddenly not be a security threat. And my SSD. Any SSD is worth the money, even a SATA one. It makes everything easier. Tequila. Spending the few extra bucks on a better bottle is like night and day when it comes to cocktails. I thought I hated tequila for years until I had good tequila. I really like good tequila. Also make sure the bottle says 100% de agave. If it doesn't, it's crap. Tequila is made from agave. Some tequilas, even big name brands, aren't 100% de agave. Looking at you, Jez Kuvo. Currently plotting my next bottle I buy, if anyone has suggestions. Planning to get something nice to celebrate when I get a new job. Spotify. Being able to listen to music anywhere I go on my phone, including on my daily walks, has been a blessing. I couldn't imagine going through this lockdown in silence, and being able to pick from just about any album that's ever been released. Amazing. My broke high schooler is using a cracked version, lol. Lassic. Came here to say this. Best money I ever spent, hands down. Immediate quality of life improvement for every part of your life, except maybe sleeping. I still remember the first morning I woke up and was able to see the clock clearly without having to get my glies. I want Lassic so bad. A significant other. Obviously, you don't have to fork over $400 a month. They're a person, not an apartment, but it feels nice to spend money on them every now and then. I love buying gifts for family. They will always love me, no matter what I give them, but it feels good to get them something nice. Where do you live? That an apartment only costs $400 a month. Minecraft. It's a one-time payment for hundreds of thousands of unique hours of gameplay, entertainment, enjoyment, and happiness. It's amazing how much content they add without charging anything extra. There has been so much new stuff added to the game, it's almost unrecognizable from its release. And yet you never have to pay for new content. Paying the small fee to just pick up your groceries instead of having to shop for them yourself. I did this a lot even before COVID-19, because I have social anxiety, and it also saves so much time. Plus you're less likely to impulse buy. An annual holiday. Good work shoes/boots. A good pair of headphones. I got a pair of Sennheiser 620ths from Madrop, and they literally turn listening to music into a whole new experience. The biggest thing is you hear every single individual sound in its own physical space. I started listening to songs and genres that didn't interest me much before simply because they are mastered well. Absolutely worth the $250 I spent. And on that note, Tidal, also worth it. Costs $20 a month, but pays artists better, and assuming you have good headphones to take advantage, you can absolutely hear the difference in audio quality. Heinz ketchup. A heater for your room. I always had one, but it was really cheesy and never warmed up the room enough. Expertise. Expertise in your doctors, contractors/builders/plumbers, your barber. Just anyone who has actually put in the due diligence to be an expert is worth the money. Haven't been said enough, dental care. Plus your mouth smell well, plus you don't look like a vagabond without some teeths, plus you are nicer, plus never experience teeth pain price. A bidet. Clayed black sunglass, polarized. Looks good with any outfit, protects your eyes, and lets you stare at people without looking like a creep. Premium car audio, worth every penny. It provides so much daily enjoyment. Spices that allow you to make good food at home. Quality cookware. Eating at home costs a fraction of what it costs to eat out. For me at least, good quality art supplies. Concert tickets for a band or singer you really like. For me, concerts are one of the best intangible experiences one can get. Rain-X windshield spray. Plus it is super cheap. Braces my teeth grew in duct. My parents got them for me when I was 11, and I had them for 2 years. I hated every single minute with those things, but 10 years later, people still compliment me on how straight my teeth are. Just good dental as a whole is definitely worth the money if you're able to swing it. The slightly higher than average price of a Five Guys meal. Damn, best burger/fries I have ever had. Getting hungry just writing this. Remember when we could just go out and get a burger? Good times. I spent $100 on a tree swing for the kids. Worth its weight in gold. Good headphones. I can't go back from my Sennheisers. Apparently everything according to this thread. Your health. Invest in your physical and mental health, good food, exercise, building mental support system, etc. Once you have that set, sky is the limit on what you can do. Laptop. I would say a good quality PC. It was the best money I have ever spent. Vitamix blender. Divorce. Why is divorce so expensive? Because it's worth it. A Roomba or a similar robot cleaner. Lawyers. Unless you want to go to jail. Ben & Jerry's. Food and cosmetics. Anything you ingest and put in/on your body. Dat Good Kush. Switch. Insurance. Robot vacuum. Hear me out. I'm disabled, asthmatic, and allergic to dust. Before I got my vacuum I would vacuum maybe 2 or 3 times a year. I'm sure you can imagine, I wasn't doing great in my already not stellar health department. Since I got this bot bro, I have a cute little buddy scurrying around my apartment, helping keep me healthy. He was out of a mission for a month and I couldn't believe how sick I got while waiting for him to come home from the repair center. I will never go without one again. And his little bleeps and bloops made me happy. buying carnivorous plants and the equipment to take care of them. My son used control gnats, no CMs, mosquitoes, and fruit flies. My Venus flytraps control ants, spiders, and flies. My non-tropical pitchers control mayflies, wasps, flies, and carpenter ants. And my tropical pitchers, once they get bigger, will control wasps, stink bugs, and moths. My house never has bugs in it because the plants eradicate them all. The best part is that they all reproduce and restock themselves and will be there as long as I water them and give them enough light. Edit. If you want to start this hobby, visit r/savagegarden, r/Venus flytraps, and r/carnivore houseplants. There is also the International Carnivorous Plant Society, which has a lot of information on growing and seeds. A year of membership is $30 $0 and I'm planning on joining as soon as work starts again. Edit. If you decide to buy plants and seeds online, don't buy anything that is blue, has the words rare, bonsai, enchantress, or has a less than 50 seeds. It's a scam. Titanfall 2. Oh my, you watched until the end? That's fucking awesome, dude. Thanks for watching.